Let's start the
Hello.
show.
And welcome, WFYM.
Episode 68.
Yep. I owe you one.
Guess what I did last week, guys?
What?
I saved my company $55,000.
Holy shit.
How'd you do that?
Well, last Monday I closed up our shop. I was the closer, and then that night our store got burglarized by
Wow.
somebody who probably worked there before because they had made a key, they knew the door codes, they knew the safe codes, they had a key to get into the other building that we owned so they could sit and watch for the security guard to leave to go to use the restroom. So he basically just staked out our store, waited for our security guard to leave, went in, had the key, knew all the codes, and then went in and took the money out of our safe. But and so I get this news right when I get home to Ohio, and I'm just like, great, like, is this my fucking fault? Am I gonna have to talk to the police or something? Like, what the hell what's going on here? My manager's assuring me, no, everything's fine. Enjoy your break and enjoy your trip, and we'll see you when you get back. So I get back a couple days ago, and I'm like, oh, so what was going on with that? And he was like, yeah, somebody came in, had all the keys and stuff. We're pretty sure we know who it is, or we have a limited list of suspects. But fortunately, the guy in the safe, he didn't notice the drop bag for the bank that we had that was full of $55,000 cash. And what happened was, earlier that night, I was in the safe that had that cash, and I was going through all the different drawers just to make sure that they had the right amount of change and small bills for the next day. And as I'm walking back with the safe is open, and there's one register you can kind of see into our back room. And as I'm walking down this little corridor to get to the back room, the safe's open, and I see this big bag of cash just kind of sitting in the front of the safe. And I'm like, well, I know I have the safe locked a lot, but if I'm going to have it open for a few minutes, it's probably best to not have this bag of $55,000 cash sitting here. So I took the bag and I moved it behind these Tupperware containers that we have full of weed for the stuff that's already on the floor. And apparently, because of that, when the guy was in there late at night rushing, trying to find it, he completely missed it. So instead of taking $55,000, he only took $3,400.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
So you did a reverse heist.
Basically. And so, but
You hid the money from it.
yeah. Yep. So
Wow.
I was just like, just because I had that thought, I was like, you know what? It's probably not a good idea for that money to sit out there in the open like that, because it's like a big gun safe too, so it's like pretty open. And I was I'm just gonna scooch it behind these little bins here, just to keep it out of the line of sight. And look at that, he didn't get it. So shouts out to me. I'm probably not gonna get compensated or rewarded for it, but it feels good.
I would say you should get the $55,000.
Yeah.
I think so. At least I get a couple freebies. If they yell at me for something, I'd be like, hey, remember that 55 grand you guys still have?
You can probably steal a ton of money now, and then
Yeah.
they wouldn't even suspect you because you're so loyal.
Yeah.
That is so insanely stupid to try to rob a place like that, a legal dispensary,
Yeah.
because they card people constantly. There's so many regulations. Everything they do is logged.
The funny thing is, it's a former employee. Like, what a dumb fuck.
Yeah, you're a former employee. Like, the codes. You're putting in the code. So either you're an employee or an employee.
Right.
They're going to find out who it is. Like, there's just
It's very, very
worst place
stupid
to do it. And for like $3,000, like just
Yeah, but like, he did it
just
because
rob a corner store or something.
all those places, like, they deal with so much cash. There is...
Yeah, it
like,
is a cash business
55.
because of the
That's the
federal
thing.
law. Yeah.
Like, he's stupid and he didn't, like, actually look through.
You know what's funny to think
and
about?
for some reason, why he thought in his head, okay, 3,400.
A big duffel bag in a safe. Nothing could be
What
in
if
there.
he did he just had this idea where he's like, I'm gonna do this heist. I'm gonna make these keys. I'm gonna have my friend stake out this building. He's gonna text me when the guy goes to the bathroom. And he goes in there and he just steals a jar of weed and just fucking sprints out.
Well, it's funny because
Steals one joint.
Package secured. Yeah, but like handful of pre-rolls that are like just from the shitty shit anyways, running out.
the shitty
Stuff they put
pre-rolls.
in like the fucking like, buy an eighth and get a joint.
Just an Ocean's 11 crew. Just steal
It's just a handful of Moomba he grabs off the counter. They're not even behind the counter.
They have Vince running point.
Well, it is funny too because like we've had other stores get burglarized, and it's usually like a smash and grab. Somebody just rams their truck with a sledgehammer, and then they always grab like the jars of weed. This person didn't take any product. which is awesome because like we don't have to worry about like contacting the MED, making sure all the numbers are right and everything. Like honestly, this is as good as a burglary can go for us.
Yeah.
And
you guys can make back $3,400 soon.
I know, right? Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, well, and the thing is, like, too, probably knew that was the day before what's his face came to pick up the big bag of cash that we have sitting there. But then also, why the hell do I have $55,000 in cash in my fucking safe at a dispensary?
Yeah.
Like, why do I have to deal with that kind of money? It's so fucking annoying.
I have a couple more jokes to make about it. Yeah. What if they looked at the security footage and it was some bald guy? You could say it was Agent 420 instead of Agent 47. Instead of Hitman, it's you want a Hitman. How about
That's pretty good.
Wow.
You want
Agent 420.
Yep. Pretty good. Hit this man. How about that?
Hit
this man.
Agent 420.
Agent 420 from Hit This Man.
Instead of a barcode on the back of his head, it's just a pot leaf tattoo.
That's just like one of those fake like little baggies of gummies you'd buy at like a Delta 8 shop. Just Hitman 4. Agent 420.
Have you guys ever seen those? Because we're on the subject of that, guys. The gummies reminded me of it. The first time I saw this was like one of those Warp tours that I went to hang out with like Keith and them. It was this van driving around. This was before there was legal weed in Michigan, like the year before, and it still wouldn't have flown now like the way it is. But it was a van driving around that was advertising. There was like pot leaves and stuff on it. It's advertising these suckers, and they were hemp, but like, and they're like $10 each. But it was just fucking like it was just suckers. It was like Chupa Chup type shit, with like the different wrappers on them. Dude, I saw so many fucking kids get scammed. You're not even carding? He's like, no. Just go ahead and buy them. Yeah, 3 for 30. Cool. Yeah, take them to your friends. Dude, the cops fucking chased that guy out of there though. Like they looked like they were used to him. They're like, man, get the fuck. This dude
not because he's doing anything illegal. They're just sick of him.
Fake hemp lollipops. He never says there's THC. He doesn't say anything. He's just like, it's the good stuff. That sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like CBD at best.
But what's everybody doing? Like if they're already at a festival, they're all gonna have 20s on them for merch and shit.
Of course,
2 for 20. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Shit. Hell yeah, I'm gonna get high.
God,
this sucker's gonna last me forever.
Those dudes probably made so much. It was like an older like ice cream truck type van with sick ass decals and decorations on it, like a sick wrap on it, and they were playing like club music, and there's like they probably made so much money just bouncing around from different parts of the parking lot, and the cops chasing them.
Get out of here!
What are they gonna do though? Like, sorry, we're selling this can. They're like, you don't have a license to buy this. What? Fine them? Okay, doesn't matter. They made so much.
Yeah, exactly. They're technically the only law they're breaking is just like you're not allowed to like sell it. But also at those places, you would just need a license. So all they can do is chase you out.
That was in the parking lot
of
find you. The Palace of Auburn Hills, rest in peace, where the Pistons played. That was one of the last warps they had there. I was just thinking about that though. Like that's such.
Was it the last warp
tour? That's a time-consuming, scummy ass fucking scam.
But like if you know you're gonna like be set.
Oh yeah, like it's worth it. Like I commend them. Like I respect the fucking hustle. That is a true hustle. That is some also, fucking like shit they would. I don't even know. Like that's some fucking Beavis and Butthead episode shit.
It's also like you're scamming kids at like Warp Tour. Yeah. So they can already like afford to go to Warp Tour.
Not just Warp Tour, like 2014 Warp Tour. Like, fuck them kids.
Yeah, so it's like, it's pretty scummy, but it's also kind of fun.
Also, what are these kids doing? It is very red fucking guys drinking $12 beers, drunk, being like, lollipop.
Yeah, I assume in 2014, the average age for Warp Tour was probably like 19.
Yeah.
They're so smart, too, because
more than likely.
The way that festival's set up, they knew that everyone can still have access to their vehicles and have re-entry. So people kept going back to their car to drink and smoke anyway, and they just sat there by everyone's cars in the back.
Yeah.
So people were just walking back like, no way. Oh, I'm in heaven right now. I'm about to get drunk in my car and there's edibles here. This is amazing.
Okay, I think what we need to do is we need to steal a bunch of weed from Chet's safe and then sell it at a festival.
The code is 420.
We can make way more money than that guy if we sell real weed.
That's true.
To the kids.
Also, we get in trouble though. So what we need to do?
We need you just move it.
Yeah, just like Chet did. It's the kick it under the fridge.
Drop
strat.
Well, anything when you work at the dispensary, anything that drops on the floor, they have to throw away. So you just drop them. I guess I'll take that home.
That's why Chet had to leave his other job, because they have the 5-second rule where we have to smoke it in under 5 seconds after the floor. Yeah, it was just too high. His throat hurt.
You don't even have time to take the dust bunnies off in the hair.
Oh, yeah, it was better with the dust bunny on it. You ever seen the dust bunny?
We've all been at points in our life where we've had to make a carpet joint, okay? It's happened. And
well, okay, I got a better
Smoking
idea.
weed with dirt in it, it's got some very earthy tones.
That's how you come up with Mandela effects.
I got a better idea. We go to Bonnaroo, we go to all these fests, and we start selling owl pellets to smoke.
Oh yeah,
nice. Yeah.
Bro, honestly,
maybe some pine cones.
Now that the Liver King's been exposed, which we predicted on the last episode, 2 episodes ago actually, we should start getting him to market those. That's like up his alley.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's
like the Smoker King.
Some days I wake up and if I go out to the lake and I take an owl pellet, I put it in my corn cob pipe, and it's just the most primal shit. There's hair in there, there's feathers, there's bone, and it's all going inside of me, but as smoke, and it makes me cough and hack, and I fucking puke all over my chest, and it's really gross.
Very high calcium.
So like we'll show videos from like the beginning of the stream 2018, and then we'll start showing videos from now, and I'll be like, look, I started smoking owl pellets in the beginning of 2021, and look what it's done for me.
And I'll say I'll stop smoking them. No, I look about the same, I think.
Yeah, I got addicted to owl pellets.
I'm so
you
sorry.
stop smoking them to say that's why you look like shit?
I'm trying to switch to cicadas.
I gotta wait a few more years till mine hatch.
Well, the cicada is great because like you can take out the filling and like you have that shell, so you can put another cicada on there too.
They're
so
a natural alarm.
That shell.
Yeah,
yeah, it's a natural bowl.
I get a big bag of cicadas and then I put them in the air fryer to dry them out so they're nice and crispy for the grinder.
By the way, we had a really gross episode 2 episodes ago, probably our grossest, and one of the reviews directly to me was that somebody was eating their lunch while preparing their dinner while listening to it and thanked us thoroughly. So you're welcome, fiction. Cheers. Also,
a lot of poo-poo talk.
Thanks to everybody recently, by the way, unironically, and jokes aside, for all the nice words and reviews, and everybody also just saying, make more episodes. Even though we make 2 a week, you consume them all, and you're still telling us to make more. Someone suggested this morning, actually, in my stream, possibly that they would up their Patreon $5 to $10 if we went up to 7 episodes a week. So something for us to consider.
All right, that's a lot of money.
How much are they upping?
$5 to $10, just them.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Well, so okay, here's the thing.
They'll buy a lot of owl pellets.
If we do
maybe like
7 episodes, we'll do 7 episodes a week and an hour long. So we have 7 hours worth of content. Everybody listens to that. Everybody each week gets 7 hours, and then if they listen to it on Spotify, they're at the end of the year, we're the #1 thing. And then we take that to Spotify and we say, please pay us $1 million.
The more episodes you have, the more money you get from Spotify.
That's true.
Not really on
That actually
podcasts,
goes
but
for
on
any podcast.
anything else.
Yeah, actually anything else. The more episodes you make, the more successful you are. Truly.
The more songs on an album.
That's the best move. That's why Chet loves Kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
He's shaking his head yes. He's nodding his head yes. He's saying, ooh.
He's shaking.
Oh, actually, funny enough, I didn't.
Yes, it's so
I should have.
They do that. Which country do they shake their head yes in? I forget now. Is that Korea?
I forget. We didn't even mention it. Chet's in full Kiss makeup right now. We can't see it because we're recording a podcast, but he is dressed like his idol, Gene Simmons.
What the hell, man? That's not true at all.
We're just clowning y'all.
It's the Peter Criss makeup. It's the cat.
Peter Griffin
sorry,
makeup.
I couldn't tell. Yeah,
Peter Griffin makeup. Holy crap!
Peter Griffin. He did meet them. They were on the show. One of like the earliest celebrity cameos, I think. They'll do anything.
That's true.
Good for them.
Do you think we could get Kiss on the show?
Yeah, absolutely.
At this point, it's probably just Paul Stanley, I assume.
We could probably.
I don't know if Gene Simmons is in the band.
You know what? We'll reach out. We
need to talk to Gene Simmons about his reality show.
I want to ask him about his tongue.
Yeah. You ever eat pussy with that thing?
so that'd be so funny. 45 years into Kiss's career, and you're interviewing him, and you're like, "So Gene, I gotta ask you, You ever take your big tongue and use it on a pussy? Just make the woman so pleasured.
So cool.
And June be like, holy shit, that's a great fucking idea. Wait, he wags his tongue at you for the idea. He's like, thanks, bro.
Yeah, I've mostly just been using it for tongue moves.
Yeah, I
just trying to look cool on stage.
Out with it. I didn't know like women like that. I usually hide it. Gene Simmons talk to women. Hello.
He's choking on his own tongue on a date.
I just think it's awesome. It looks like a pink baby rat coming out of my mouth.
It looks like when I used to put the whole roll of bubble tape in my mouth as a kid and chew it and let it hang.
Look at this.
I'm gening.
I'm gening.
Making my dad be like, wow, what the fuck? Because you take the bubble tape, just bite the side of it, so there's a big bite out of it with like a puck.
What I would love is like Gene Simmons like retires or whatever, but Kiss still goes, and they're like, we need a new Gene Simmons guy, and they just get one of those like tongue guys from Facebook that just have like the discolored tongue. He's on long. Stage with it's long, but it's also like the flat, like wide ones.
Ew.
It has like all the stains on it.
No, what's up with those tongues that look like they have bites taken out of all the corners of them? What happens there? That's some weird
eating
shit.
too
You
fast.
know what I'm talking about? It might be genetic though. There's people that are like normal looking, and they stick their tongue out though, and it looks like Dr. Katz artist drew it.
I think for I know the guys that like we used to share, they're just 100% eating too fast and biting their tongue all the time.
Mine should look like that then though, because I have a lot of broken teeth and I bite it all the time. But those guys are really chomping.
I think it's just a history. They're old, they don't heal, and they don't actually like. They don't get any vitamin C. They don't get any sort of nutrients.
If any of you listeners know anything about sharp tongues like that, hit me up.
They're the type of guy. They're going into Subway and they're asking for extra meat because they don't want any veggies. But can I get that for free? Because I'm not going to get any lettuce on that.
Speaking of that, you just reminded me of one of Jake's tweets pre-Thanksgiving was make me laugh so hard. The fact that he goes, going to Thanksgiving Day and my extended family doesn't consume vegetables, so I brought my sweet potato casserole or whatever. He's like, and like two of his aunts brought the same dish. Like that's the only sort of vegetable thing they consume. It's like the one covered in like marshmallows and like, sugar and shit. I was laughing about this fucking plate full of like turkey and then just fucking like 3 different sweet potato casseroles. That's so
That's
fucking,
a vegetable.
That's some. Oh, I hate that Zoomers are so on the Ohio meme right now, but that is a true Ohio thing right there. That's Michigan too. No veggies for me. They make me burp. Okay,
they make me sick.
They make me burp.
I mean, they always have some dumb excuse. Just look at Frank, man.
He's allergic.
He touched him and he went, yeah! He was doing
Drinking
Steve-O gags over celery and hummus.
Yeah, you have to drink a Coke with every bite of Brussels sprouts.
You would have thought he had baby shit on that celery the way he gagged.
It's just their parents don't eat veggies, and so they have grown up to not eat veggies, or they associate veggies with being like just boiled. Like, that's why people don't like Brussels sprouts.
Preparation of so many foods changes someone's opinion forever. Don't be afraid to try things you hated as a kid now that you're an adult. Even if you didn't like it when you were an adult, try 10 years later.
Yeah, there's still like foods that I don't like, but I'll try it. Like I don't like beets, but like I'll try beet stuff. But I'm still every time I'm just like, I'm not
gonna eat that little slice of beet out of the can then.
Yeah, I don't love beets. They're all right.
It's just.
I respect how many vitamins they have.
Yeah,
I respect how much they can change the color of something.
I don't.
Oh yeah, they can dye stuff really easy.
Yeah, well, they can dye your.
Ironically, they make you live longer.
Wow.
They can dye your pea red, but so can sounding. That can also dye your
kicked in the nuts by Taylor Swift.
Do you guys remember?
That can also dye your pee really red.
Was that Magic School Bus or Arthur, the episode where the kid ate too many like cheese curls or something and turned orange?
I don't know.
But then like they talk about how that can happen with orange foods, and I remember that as a kid.
That happened I would to eat my sister with carrots.
I was about to say I would eat too many carrots and worry about that.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Y'all ever turn a different color from the food you eat and not asking about your poop? But
I'm on my Kintaro shit with these carrots.
You're walking around with a big carrot. I can't wait to turn orange.
Oh man, that'd be something like if you told Bubster to be walking around eating carrots, be like, "Well, today's the day I'm starting to turn a little orange."
Hey, maybe that damn Donald Trump ate too many carrots.
Oh hell no!
Yeah,
no, he probably ate some damn nacho cheese because the way he loves those bowls.
Oh hell no!
The taco bowls.
If he came to my house, I would say that's nacho cheese.
Oh,
if he came to my house,
good luck to get him to eat anything other than McDonald's.
Well. Can you blame him? McDonald's is
Yeah,
great.
no,
This podcast is
Tom-
sponsored by McDonald's.
Tom got me a
my
McDonald's
God,
gift card.
Can you imagine? Jesus Christ, it'd be so sick.
Tom got me a McDonald's gift card for Christmas. Thanks, Tom.
I did, and I got him
an egg cooker.
the egg ring. The egg ring.
Thank you. Yeah. So now,
Fuck yeah.
Take down
You know
McDonald's.
what though? Okay,
That's awesome.
I do. I have to. I'll agree with Chet here because driving back from Ohio, it was super early in the morning, and I was hungover for sure because we went out Friday. Me, Chet, and Jake met up at 1, and then we split ways. Chet left and went back to Youngstown, and then I was there until like 6 at this bar, and then I had to go meet at my friend's house for like a Friendsgiving after Thanksgiving, and we were out till like 12:31, and then we were supposed to get up at 5 to drive back, and it was just like no shot. We ended up leaving at like 8:45, but we're getting on the road, and my wife was like, "Are you hungry?" And I was like, "Not really, but I need to eat." So yes, and we went to McDonald's for breakfast. All right, get this. It is $1.99 for the sausage McMuffin. It is
My favorite.
It is now $4.29 to have an egg and cheese on it.
Good God.
That's ridiculous.
I still only
I know.
get the. By the way, like the sausage without the egg used to be my favorite.
It's really good.
It was like $1.29 forever though.
Yeah.
But now
So
they have a
cheap.
special. They did have like a special where it was like 2 for $4.29. But if you just got 1, it was $4.29.
Well, now,
I
were
get
you-
that
was
inflation's
a rest stop
going on,
one?
but
that was
they're
a rest stop
overshooting.
McDonald's, was it not though?
No, it was not. It was just
Oh,
off the
okay,
side of the
yeah.
road. It
Oh,
was
damn.
in Marietta, Ohio, actually.
Oh, I hate that.
Right
town.
across the border.
Do you know what
right
I used
across
to
the
do?
border from West Virginia.
Those little egg patty things. After a certain time, at Tim Hortons we would stop serving like the breakfast sandwiches. You couldn't get like the egg thing all day or something. It would stop at like noon or. We just stopped doing the patties. I think there's still a way to get them after, but I would take at least one that was left over and make it a BLT on a bagel, then put the egg on that. Oh,
That's nice. The McDonald's in Japan had their cheeseburger, and you could put the egg on it, and it was so good.
Oh my God, that's
So good.
I think Japan and Andorra are my 2 favorite McDonald's I want to visit.
Yeah.
Andorra puts a big mozzarella disc on their burger that like cracks and the mozzarella like spills out over it. It's crazy. By the way, no spoilers, but Outlaw's video I started with my stream with it this morning, even though it was a GeoGuessr stream, because it's the most disgusting looking thing he's eaten in a while. It's the Wendy's triple Italian, whatever.
Oh yeah.
I saw
And-
a little bit of that yesterday.
Bro, he said I'm not going to spoil it too much for you guys because there's too much shit in this video, but he said one of the funniest things I've ever heard him say, and it's because he says it so matter-of-factly. Then after he says this word, he looks over to his left, like his cool guy glance, because he just said something so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it's after he reviews it, and he's like, I love how the cheese spills over the top. It reminds me of a Parmesan Parmigiane. Parmesan Parmigiane. I played it like 5 times. We were dying. It made no
So
sense.
stupid,
We
man.
think he means Reggiano.
Yeah.
And he's
I
just
couldn't
like
tell you
so
what he means.
deliberately though, so confidently. He's like, it almost reminds me of a Parmesan Parmigiane. Then he does his little cool guy glance to the left, looks back at the camera. Like, I did it. I fucking
Yeah.
nailed it.
He's talking like the only people around are Montana B and
Wow.
Nick, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Parmigiane
I
is that
believe you.
That sounds
is that
fucking-
Italian?
I
don't
can't
know.
imagine you would lie to me, despite all the history of you lying to me.
To be honest though, that's me too. You could lie to me about any sort of thing that sounds sort of higher class, like if a brand or something. You could make it up. I'd be like, "Yup, sounds expensive."
I did get so like we're coming into December, and I'm like, I gotta do a fucking food review, and I did get a thing in the mail from Wendy's, like one of those coupon things, and they had the like mozzarella burger.
I had one of
advertised,
those.
and I was like,
I liked
oh,
it.
God, man.
Okay, they look pretty good, but here's the thing.
I liked it.
As someone said this morning while we were watching it, he eats this motherfucker like an apple. And Chet, did you get the triple?
No. I
Yeah,
just got
of course
this-
He got the triple, dog.
Yeah,
what
well, he got the triple of the pretzel pub burger, and let me tell you, like when I did that one with Charles, we did 2 triples and we made it 6. But also, even without touching the patty,
triple.
touching the burger, the triple was the greasiest thing I've ever touched.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It was disgusting. Getting a triple, you don't need a triple.
No.
You fat fuck. God damn it.
Yeah,
I don't like
those
Wendy's burgers that much.
In case someone finishes his video, he does rate it a 10 out of 10. He loved it.
Oh. Of course he did.
It was pretty good. I thought it was good. At least a single.
5 outlaw stars.
But once again, he can ruin everything by fucking molesting it for the first 30 seconds of the video. So it makes you not want to eat no matter what it is.
Yeah.
But that's all those fast food reviews. Just like they stick their little mitts in there. They with like no fingernails. Somehow they're still digging it in. And I love it. I want to suck
those bacteria under their fingernails. Every day is the best day of their life.
All of their nails just chew down to nothing, but because like they get anxious about their own comments to each other.
Honestly, though, you're right. If you're a germ or you're like a bacteria, you'd want to live on Outlaw's hands. He's never washing you off. He's never cleaning you off. You're living forever.
Yeah, he's always like scratching his nuts and his ass crack and stuff, spreading you around.
Well, to be fair, Outlaw goes to a lot of conventions and meets so many people that he never wants to wash that hand, and it's been many times.
Yeah, that's true. That's the reason. Not that, it's my house. I can shit in my house. It's fine.
You're a new germ, and you see a bunch of other germs from like a couple of the Power Rangers, some guy that voiced, the grandpa from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Picking up a germ from a convention that's like Derek. Like, yeah, I actually met fake Bruce Springsteen. I got his autograph.
Bro, Derek is a germ of Salem. Man, what has his ass been doing? Do you think he's missed Salem at all?
No. There's so many of those guys that we watch. Like 4 of our guys, they go crazy during Halloween. Like it's not to bring up cicadas again, but it's like cicada season.
True.
And they're gone.
I can't get over Nate Jr. being a clone of Nate, man.
So it's like, how do you plan that for your kid? It's
I was talking about this yesterday when I was streaming Siege, and like Sunday, like we got home Saturday and I was super tired, and Sunday I was just tired all day too, and we were streaming, and like I was like kind of out of it, and then I saw 2 Nates on the screen. And like I just lost my mind. I didn't say anything, but I just like I kept glancing over and like I kept looking at it, like not understanding what's happening. Yeah. I thought someone was fucking with me. I was just like, what is going on?
We should have known about this whole time. That's why it fucked with me so bad.
I was like, wait, have we not? How do we not know this? Like, how did we not never?
Nate didn't know. I don't think. I think he was just like he was a sperm donor, and his son contacted him finally. I'm just kidding.
His son was born with a cock ring.
He's fucking. He's a sperm donor, and he's like, I think you're my dad.
Some guy that looks exactly like you.
I need a paternity test. Man, like that.
You're to
that
blame
whole
for
thing
this.
Is just so pathetic to me. Like the way that like he's encouraging his 20-year-old son to be a Spirit Halloween YouTuber, to just go to the store and film it. Like, how are you? They think that's awesome. That's like an awesome thing to do. It's like, oh, my son's following him in my footsteps. He's going to the different stores that are only open 1 month a year and then filming Mr. Crouchy Pants and saying, ooh, they have Mr. Crouchy Pants.
It sucks, too, because his son's 20. If his son was like 12, I'd be like, sure, whatever, who cares? But like,
it's not even the family business. It's a competing business.
Yeah, he's not joining in. He's not adding views to your channel. He's
just doing the exact same thing on a different channel.
Bronny might be drafted by a different team. And then LeBron will still have to face him too, so it's very similar. You have someone who's at the top of his game. You have his son coming into the game while Nate's on his way out. Yeah, right. Like Nate's on his way out.
Wow. Honestly, though, taking a look at him though,
it's sort of like Jacob Dylan.
The problem, actually, you know what? Nate is definitely at the end of his lifespan. So, for the listeners that don't know Nate, he's this man who,
Nate Grandma.
Yeah, he was in this band called Fun.
He looks like. Parade float of Mr. Clean type looking guy, but all the way filled with air, but also I guess more of Violent J mixed with Mr. Clean is how I would describe how his looks. And he's a very charismatic, oh my gosh, you guys, lady voice guy, but he has a goatee and a big earring and a cock ring that's just rumors, but it's real. And he's like a silk basketball shorts and big t-shirt guy, and he goes around to places like every Spirit Halloween within 800 miles of him, and also the filming locations of cinema classics like Because of Winn-Dixie, which, by the way, is some of the most dog shit boring filming locations probably in the world for any movie.
Yeah, it's like a field, a store.
Yeah, he drove to Idaho to go to the store here.
He drove to Idaho to go to the Napoleon Dynamite High School and look at the bike rack.
To be fair, a lot of people
that are doing that in his video.
Yeah, there's like a line behind him.
He's also married to a grandma.
That's the main point. He's married to
this is his second grandma wife.
So what
He
I'm
used to
getting
work
at, yeah,
he was a nursing home.
yeah, an elder care worker, and he would snipe grandmas there, penis. And,
Allegedly.
I mean, just he'd snipe him with love.
Yeah.
We don't know that there's any connection between him.
Oh, with the home.
Yeah, he doesn't work there anymore, and he's a grandma fucker.
I think that's
Serially.
I think that's where he got into them, literally.
Yeah.
But no, I think that is the end of the line for Nate, though, because if you look at his life, he's what, 48 or whatever, or is he one of those weird guys like 29 that we watch? No, he's like
48 sounds right.
He's about 48 if his son's 20, and his preference of women, the older he gets, pretty soon they're going to be dead, all of them, which means he's going to fade away too. He's done.
Well, no, because then he'll finally start dating women his age when he's 78.
Oh, I just remembered this.
Oh.
Thank you for reminding me. How about a movie called The Nate Book, where he's telling a young woman a story about what she's going to be like when she's old and has Alzheimer's.
Oh no!
The Nate Book.
The Nate Book.
You guys want to make that?
Still
Yeah.
starring Ryan Gosling, but in the same sort of like fat suit as the whale. Oh my gosh, you guys!
And we went into Spirit Halloween together, and we saw Crouching Larry, and it was so amazing.
And oh my
And
gosh!
we rented the Rugrats movie and we watched it in our RV.
And we laid down after making love. We watched Wreck-It Ralph in my RV for the third time, and the microwave ding went off, and our snacks were ready.
We didn't even mention the RV.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
He lives in an RV, but he also owns a home. He uses the RV just to travel around the world.
Most of
and,
our
bother
favorite,
people.
some of our favorite guys we watch on YouTube are sort of van life, RV life guys, but also our home owners, which really
Yeah.
makes me happy. Makes me want to kiss myself.
They just think it's cool and it's good content. Like,
Yeah.
if you have an RV going to the same store, the same chain store 50 times in a row, it's like an interesting adventure and not just you going to the store.
I bet Nate and his son do so many like insurance fraud type shit. Like, oh no, yeah, I live there all the time. Go ahead and stop by. I'll be there. And his son's like, how you doing?
Yeah.
awesome.
His best content is when he does, and like the real versions of these are pretty interesting, like exploring a dead mall, exploring something like that, where the abandoned mall. But he'll go like it's an abandoned Rite Aid,
Mall,
and
just regular mall.
he'll go to the outside of it and go look around, guys. Oh wow, look at this, and never goes inside, never like explores it.
It's just an empty building.
He doesn't even go to the back of the building. He's just in the front of the building. Each video is like 13 minutes long.
The only good part
You
about
could do
the
that on
videos
any
is
main street in America.
half the video in those though is his big fat guy reflection where you see his hand, and his 8 foot wide body and his bald head, just the outline of him in the silhouette the whole time in the reflection of the windows. He's like, well, look in there, guys. It's like, you look like such a freak right now, Nate.
He's just in this empty parking lot at like noon and just like staring into this building.
Quick highlight of Nate real quick that I don't want to brush over because it's often forgotten. This man injured himself in the last year because at 48 years old and north of 300 pounds, he decided to take up skateboarding.
That was such a good video. He also bought. He
does it
engagement-
just off camera, which is so tragic.
Yeah.
You can just see him. You can see his head fall back down, and he's like, oh.
Oh, is he the grape lady? Grape stomping lady?
And in case you were wondering if he made so RV, not a great car to always drive because it's a gas guzzler, right? However, luckily for him, he also bought a second car, a bright yellow H2 Hummer.
So sick.
His grandma wife loves trying to step into it. Because
Oh
she's
my
like
God.
5'3", and
Yeah,
she's
got to
like,
use like the squatty potty step to
It looks exactly like the one LeBron got when he was in high school.
It probably is.
It might be because like I used to see that driving around, and
It
like
probably
you
is.
could always tell.
He's
It's like,
from,
oh fuck,
he's from Cleveland,
Yeah,
right?
think about where Nate's from.
Akron. Oh,
He's
Akron.
from-
Nate's from Canton, but then LeBron's from Akron.
Yeah. Well, that's because Nate's a Hall of Fame.
I keep
dick.
saying I got to make the Ohio map of all our guys and LeBron.
It
Yes.
But there, you could put like Vince, where Vince used to live, Chaos Infinity,
Yeah, it
Jake.
sucks.
There is a good
Jake,
app I
yeah,
can
one
show
of
Jake
our
the
you.
freaks.
Snake, all our
freak.
freaks that we
Yeah,
make
actually,
fun
fantastic
of.
Alex.
beasts.
I know of a site, Alex, that's usually used for like you adding like examples of vegetation and stuff, so that you can hover over a country and it like brings up a bunch of places, or hover over a state and it does it. But you could just add any description you want and images on there to make a map of our guys,
But
where
do you know
people can
what's-
reference that and click
Do you
on
know
it.
what's really fucked too? Do you know where Robozoid is from?
Yeah, Ohio,
No.
of course.
Yep.
I mean, he is
Yep.
Hungarian.
Akron?
Not Akron. It's
Gotta
kind
be
of
Cleveland
close. I
general
forget
area though.
exactly what city. But yeah, he is
He's
from Ohio.
probably
He still
from-
has friends in Ohio, or family in Ohio. So it's
He's-
like,
Mm.
fuck.
Probably from Tholen.
Chagrin Falls. Excuse me, Chagrin
Oh,
Falls.
Chagrin Falls.
Yeah.
Chagrin Falls.
Beautiful. One of mine and Tom's favorite parts of a movie is when on Tommy Boy when she gets mad at Tommy and tries to fly home from Sandusky to Cuyahoga Falls, which is about a 40-minute drive
Mm-hmm.
or so, or hour drive.
Yeah, about an hour, and then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna have to take you to Columbus."
Columbus to Cuyahoga. No. This is
Speaking
a
of,
stupid flight for anybody to take, but especially this somebody just lost their job.
It's just such a good. It's a good bit to say. I gotta fly from Sandusky to Cuyahoga Falls.
Oh my god.
Because
There's
Cuyahoga
no
Falls,
re-
if
no-
you're flying into Cuyahoga Falls, it's Akron, Canton, or Cleveland.
No research done whatsoever. It's
Zero
awesome.
research.
Very cool.
Or maybe
It's
you
like
got a
fucking-
private plane. You can land in Kent.
If you follow Kimball Musk's plane, that account, not even Elon's, but his brother Kimball. Kimball loves taking the fucking flight from Dallas to Austin. Fucking loser.
Oh
He's
my
lazy
God.
bastard.
Why?
9.5-minute flight, because he can.
Well,
Yeah.
it's sex tourism.
That's
I
like
know.
yeah, his brother's like, oh, I'm gonna invent something that makes you can go through this tube and get there in just 10 minutes while everyone else has to wait an hour. It's like, oh, is it a flight from Austin to Dallas by chance in a plane?
Yeah,
It's a tube that flies
Is
up
that
in the air.
tube? A freaking metal tube full of.
it's like a monorail
bags
that
of
has
flesh.
wings and it's in the air, and only I can use it.
a 9-minute
so cool.
flight. Jesus Christ.
Sweet. Good for
Ugh.
Kimball.
Yeah.
Better looking brother, and he still looks like shit.
Yeah. I think we're all just jealous of what a brilliant man Elon Musk is and his
We're
brother
jealous that
Jim.
they worked hard.
I'm jealous of the energy his dick riders have. It's awesome. They
Yeah,
keep
but
going
they've been that way
forever.
forever.
Mental gymnastics of justifying everything.
Yeah.
Those guys must be hating themselves, right? The ones that are like laughing
Naturally,
emoji,
yeah.
laughing emoji. You're fucking jealous. You can't afford $8.
Of
You
course.
fucking pussy.
Yeah, of course.
I've seen dudes before in real life that are typing that laughing emoji, and they're fucking sitting there like doing that thing where there's fucking like no mouth open but breathing like they just ran a mile because they're so mad. Just sitting there, fucking thumbs. Chill
Yeah,
out,
most
man.
of those guys they've got nothing going on. But they think somehow by like just riding Elon, he's like, "Oh, you know what? Thank you for defending me online. Here's a job.
Yeah.
We need you
That's the
at
other
my
thing, too.
company."
Elon guys don't know how to be like ironic or sarcastic enough to use the raffle emoji and not be fucking like seething mad in person.
Mhm.
It's really good. Well, there's like the one that's like tilted and it's like raffle, raffle, raffle. And it's like you are upset.
It's people who have lost money on every cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Like they lost money on Mt. Gox, they lost money on FTX, they lost
The
money on
hex
every
scam.
single thing that came
I
out.
don't even want to call people out, but there are people I've been mutuals with that talked about crypto this and shit forever and had the profile pics change and stuff, and all of a sudden
Mhm.
their accounts are gone. They're back on new accounts. And this and that. It's like,
Yeah,
Very
it's
strange.
I wonder what happened. But
But
it's
those
funny
people,
too.
they think Elon Musk is going to make them rich.
Yeah, exactly. They
This
also,
time, the people on the internet selling you a story, the same guy who sold you the crypto shit that you lost money on.
Doge
This
to the
time,
moon.
he's
right.
going to make us all rich.
Doge
this
to the
time
moon.
it's going to help me and not just him. The Doge to the moon stuff was
Just like
so
Donald
annoying.
Trump. This time, he's going to help me and not just him.
I don't know if I would hate him more or less. If Elon Musk was one of those billionaires where you didn't ever hear anything about him, he didn't have any social media, and he would just do stuff and not talk about it, I don't know if I would hate him more or less, honestly.
I would hate him
I miss
less
those guys.
I'd
because
probably hate him
well,
less because I just would have less exposure to him. It'd just be like
That's what-
every other billionaire.
that's what it felt like he was in the beginning, and like
Yeah,
everybody
before
just
he started hearing
like,
about
oh.
Tesla as much and everything.
yeah, exactly. When like Tesla sort of just first started, and then like it's like the boring company. It's like, oh, we made a flamethrower. Then you
Oh,
see every
yeah.
jackass like George
Flamethrower.
Sakai's fucking website would post about, and Elon Musk is making a flamethrower. That's so cool.
Yeah,
And so
he
you
was
just
the
see
electric
every-
car guy.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody thought
Dude,
it's
that
like,
guy's
oh,
gay.
he actually
Look
is
it
a
up.
genius.
George Takei, he's a gay man.
And there's nothing
I
wrong
heard
with
he's
that.
Asian.
Oh, what? Come on.
There are rumors that he's Japanese American.
It's one of my favorite things to do. Like some of the most famous gay people in the world be like, I just found out, check it, and if you don't
by the
believe
way.
me, you can look it up. Stupid. Then it's like, yeah, I have no problem with this. Just surprised.
Yo,
Guys
apparently
are like
Elton
that?
John,
Surprising.
Elton John, this guy that was featured on this new Dua Lipa single, apparently he's gay.
Do you guys want me to tell you an actual fun fact that I bet none of you knew?
Yes.
Okay.
Always. Don't even have to ask.
For 6 years now, Birdman has been married to Toni Braxton. When did that happen?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
6 years ago, I guess.
Random.
I didn't think Birdman was married.
I thought
That means
Birdman was
that,
also gay. Dude, he kissed Lil Wayne and he calls him daddy.
It's true. It's
Toni
just not his
Braxton
daddy.
is Lil Wayne's mom then,
Wow.
I guess so.
because they're
By the-
like father, like son.
By the rule of logic, yes.
Like,
They were the
wow.
original Fatty. They're black Fatty.
Weezy.
Wheeze, wheeze he.
Weezy F baby. Weezy F baby.
Well, they just need to,
F
they just
baby.
need to eat some cat food on cam.
Weezy F baby is so stupid.
I was listening to that a lot back when we were watching Fatty. It's so funny to imagine that that was their theme song. Like Father, Like Son, the Lil Wayne Birdman mixtape. Or that they're talking about them. They're talking about these two fat guys eating cat food. They made a mixtape about how much they like it. That got me good for a couple months.
These guys reviewing like Diet Coke. I mean, like,
It's
this
been
is so sick.
Not sweet enough.
it's been 12 years in April since this concert, but you just reminded me. I was fourth row for this because my friend, he just had gone. He was with his girlfriend for like 6 years, and then they broke up right before this concert. And he's like, "Well, I have this fourth row ticket if you want to go with me." And it was Yellow Wolf. Travis Barker, by the way, drummed for the entire show, which props for every beat Travis Barker was drumming for, and it was sick. It was Yellow Wolf opening for the Nicki Minaj Lil Wayne World Tour in 2011, which was probably the peak of Lil Wayne's fame, at least. Like the end of the peak. It was huge. That was one where he had like the two-sided stage where he came up from the middle of it, and it was like 4 stories of dancers, like huge production.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of weird random guests, like Corey Guns was there. Rick Ross and Khaled both came out of the center of the stage, and that's when I both realized they were both 5'5". Lil Wayne next to Khaled and Rick Ross, they're almost the same height, like head to head to head. That was so weird to see, because I'm like, they always shoot it so differently. Yellow Wolf looked like he was like taking them on a field trip. He was like a head taller than all of them.
Just because he's not a baby, man.
It was crazy. Nicki was taller than most of them. It was wild. Anyway,
Yellow
great
Wolf
show.
went from that to playing that Bam Margera show in the warehouse.
Yeah, and he's married to the industry's answer to Avril Lavigne, Beefy Dobson, at the time.
I
Remember her?
didn't know that either.
No.
She was the black girl punk rocker, this sort of Avril era. I don't know if she was Disney or whatever, but she's
Yeah.
married to Yellow Wolf now. They're actually a cute couple, and I'm actually happy for Yellow Wolf too, because I thought he was just gonna be this dip shit, but he actually like stuck around doing like more promo and production type stuff.
You know what I call her? AAVE Real.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Even though I just found out about her, that's what I call her.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Good
you
one.
just started calling her. Okay.
Yeah, I just started calling her that, and I'm also I have to apologize.
The thing that
because
actually
it's racist.
racist guys would like not understand that joke to be like, yeah, okay, all right, whatever it is. Yeah, man. So stupid.
I'm starting to call her that, and I am apologizing for calling her that.
I never called her that. Those are allegations.
I have learned and I have grown from
Do you know
this
what I
period
also
of my
realized,
life
though?
so long ago. 1
That was
minute
10
ago.
minutes ago.
I feel like Yellow Wolf sort of backed off what he was trying to do when he first blew up, because he was sort of like I'm the South's Eminem, but not Kid Rock sort of
Yeah.
like aesthetic. But then like once it got to like 2014, then 15, and then he had sort of like the fucking Upchurch crowd being like, yeah, Yellow Wolf. He's like, whoa, not you guys. I gotta get out of here. not you dumb fucks. Because I think he realized he started having like the fucking just full Confederate flag crowds at his show. Just 'cause
Yeah.
he'd sing about like, I'm from Alabama. Even though he wasn't singing about that shit. It was just, oh, you're a white boy with tattoos. You're like a taller Travis Barker. Cool.
So, well,
Funny.
this is, for me, as a racist, this is rap I can listen to. So,
True.
yay,
Yeah.
hooray.
Hey, what's up, white guy?
No,
My
nobody
greatest
clipped that one.
desire is if Travis Barker was racist. That would be the ultimate human to me.
So stupid.
That's why I never ever listened to his music or MGK, because just the fans annoyed me. MGK especially, because being in Ohio.
Yeah, I only like
you
two
see-
songs by Yellow Wolf.
You'd see those people, and like, I mean, it's fine. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I literally never. I listened to like a few Yellow Wolf songs and just been like, oh, it's Yellow Wolf. I'm not actually gonna do
I've
this.
seen
Like,
MGK
MGK fans.
That's not for us.
No,
I've seen MGK because they saw him open for Every Time I Die on that tour.
Oh yeah, it's just I just knew his fans, and like I just hated them more than anything. Just dealing with them, it was just the same. It was the same crowd as like the Yellow Wolf people were talking about, but just in Ohio.
Tom and I always had those people on our.
They went crazy. Same with Kid Cudi too.
Tom and I always had camera rolls full of his fans. We didn't need to.
Yeah, I didn't need to talk. I saw them every day at work.
The kind of people that had like just 8 warrants out each, still just selling pills on their Facebook story, complaining about their parents. Muncie, Indiana motherfuckers being like, "Hey, no one's gonna fuck with me, and I'll never go to jail." And then the next
Lace
week,
up.
posting from jail.
Yeah,
That's what Bam
Gone for
Margera is
2
doing
years.
right now. He made a new Instagram account because he got locked out of his other one by like his handlers or whoever, and now he's doing the thing again where he's making his own imaginary language that he invented like a kid and writing messages to the people he hates. He's just such an immature human being. He's like
That is
50 years old, and
Still
he's
such a
just like
crazy track.
he's like an 11-year-old mentally. It's insane.
yeah, but you know what? It sucks because everybody else from that show like grew up to be.
yeah,
Steve-O
like
is
Steve-O
balanced.
is normal. They all
Yeah.
got sober.
Yeah.
Brandon Novak
True.
and all those
They got
guys.
sober and they're like, we like did this as we were kids and it got us famous, but like we can't like continue this certain lifestyle. And he has just been off the boat. I mean, ever since Ryan Dunn died, but still he's been how many?
That should have been a
rehab
wake-up
attempts?
call to not do that shit.
Exactly. Like there's obviously periods of mourning and stuff, but like, fuck, man,
God,
so
it was like-
crazy.
I was in high school when that
Yeah,
happened.
that was 11 years ago. It was 2011, I
like
think.
you have a kid. I'm sorry that he died 12 years ago, but
Like
I
just
mean-
how do you not see that? And then like all of your other friends, Brandon Novak was the fuck up. Brandon Novak was addicted to everything, and now is like clean and like trying to get Bam help. And Bam's like, "Well, I gave you so much money,
you
and
fucking
owe
bitch."
me."
He's like drawing pictures of him
Yeah.
with like a knife in him.
Yeah, it's like, well,
You're
yeah,
a backstabber.
but like at the same time, you can't. If you have a friend that's like an addict, you can't be like, "Well, I helped you out this many times and you owe me." It's like no, like it's such a nuanced issue that like if you are going to help them, you have to not think about all of that if you want to like continue to be their friend. You don't have to.
Yeah,
but,
like they don't think about it rationally.
No.
You have to accept that.
yeah. So like you have to accept that, and that is part of it as like support. And it's tough, obviously, but now Bam's going through that and just like refuses to change. And it's been so many years of him just spiraling. It's okay. Now he's at the bottom. Oh, never mind. Now he's at the bottom. Oh, nope. Never mind.
Yeah, Jackass did kind of fuck him though with that, with the the most recent shit where they like were
couldn't-
drug
they
testing.
couldn't-
him.
But they
couldn't-
couldn't
he
get him
couldn't-
on.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't function. They didn't fuck him. They tried to help him, and look at him.
They had to drug test him every year to have him on set, or he was going to be a liability, considering
Yeah.
like if they were going to be doing anything dangerous or vehicles or around animals. They can't have him being fucking on shit. And he lasted that 10 hours or whatever.
Well, I think they were all drunk, like for the original movies.
Oh, for the first
they're all
2
fucked up.
or 3.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But like I get why you wouldn't do that now when you're like 45.
Think about all
Yeah.
the guys that also weren't called back for shit that weren't Bam famous, because they're all still fucked up. There's got to be other guys like that too that just weren't around as much. But a lot of those guys too had their wake up call with Ryan.
No, I think most
Steve-O even surprisingly has been sober since 07, which
Yeah.
surprises the shit out of me the most.
Steve-O's been sober since the 3rd movie. So he's been sober forever. And then but all those other guys, even all the like Viva La Bam guys, like Rake Yon is he has like a PhD or something.
Rake's always been so
Rob
fucking
himself,
smart.
yeah, Rob himself like is a cameraman for Jackass. He like works, he does all that stuff. Novak is clean now. There's the other Brandon
DiCamillo.
Yeah, he like kind of he broke off and has a family. He's like totally normal. Like all those
Don
guys.
Vito hasn't drank in years.
He's also like the least he's weighed in years right now too.
Yeah. He's skin and bones, mostly bones.
But yeah, it's just like Bam's the only one. And yeah, they were drunk for like the first 2 and mostly the 3rd one too, I'm sure. But like they're all in their 40s, 50s. They look older. They can't do the same stuff, and they got the new guys.
Yeah.
So like, but they're like they understand that like, okay, we can't be what we used to be, but we can still do some of this.
And think about it, how when Ryan died, that was at the peak of his partying too, probably.
Yep.
Bam never got the closure from being like that, and I don't think he wants to leave that time ever.
No,
He
that
wants
was his
to be able to
happiest.
grab his little fucking pint of whatever and have his pill and be like, I'm still in 2011. Everything's still cool. You know.
Yeah, my life is still
It
fine.
happens to a lot of people.
Good.
It's the same reason why, like, I would have patients in the psych hospital that wear their wedding dress every day or try to, you know, like,
Yeah.
because something happened on their anniversary or their wedding day or whatever that was life changing. Weird.
Well, it's just like it's the like the best days of my life where when I was 18 or in high school type of guy.
The high school forevers, baby.
Yeah. Where you're just like, man, this was the time. I lived my life. This was the greatest time. I had all
I have
the
a
chicks.
good memory. And
Remember when we woke up my dad?
You guys know me. Like, I'm good at remembering shit though. Like, so I'll bring up something like that to somebody, to one of those guys by accident, and forget. They're like, all of a sudden you just see their eyes like well up, tear up. They're like, the good old fucking days. I'm like, whoa, man, no, those sucked.
Yeah.
Remember also how bad everything was?
Yeah,
Chill.
it's fun to like remember and reminisce, but then like they're also just like, that was the greatest time of my life.
To be honest, though, I didn't go to regular high school. I was homeschooled. If I went to a high school and I was like popular and then I, you know, quote unquote peaked or whatever, I could see that happening to me too because I just like remembering shit. But I still wouldn't be like that.
There's nothing wrong with remembering stuff. Remembering stuff is great. It's just that like they don't want to move on and they don't have any memories from.
I can admit when things are still
after.
shitty too.
Yeah,
Like I don't want to go back to
like
like 2007 or whatever. Like no, fuck
Yeah.
that. I have to work all my shitty jobs again? No.
But they're also like
definitely.
it's different too because like, you know, going back to Ohio, I went and saw some of my friends and some of the guys I hadn't seen in like 6 years. And it was just like, oh, hey, yeah. And like you're talking over stuff, but they are living in their city, seeing the same exact people all the time. And like they're reminiscing stuff from high school with the same people. It's like they do that every day.
That's the other nice thing. Even though I'm in the same general area I'm from, I didn't know anybody. So it's still just not like I'm, you know, I'm not, there's the old ice cream spot we used to go and there's this. No.
One of my happiest moments, like moving down here the first time, was going into the grocery store and just not recognizing anyone.
That was nice.
And it's just being like, damn, this is sick. Like there's 0% chance of me knowing anyone. Because in Akron, like I either worked there, I knew people who worked there, worked with people who now work at certain places. Like you go to the mall for whatever, and like you're just like, oh shit. And like you're like, all right, don't look because I went to high school with that person. I just don't want to say hi. So you have to try to avoid and like.
I rarely
don't
see
go
people
that
that I do know from my past, but half the time they don't recognize me because I have longer hair and a beard now. And last time I saw me, I was like moon faced and had short hair.
But it's just nice moving here and be like, all right, there's nothing. No one's gonna stop me. No one's gonna look at me.
Not even the
be like,
cops.
oh, hey. Yeah.
Well, check this out.
That's true.
After we hung out, Tom, and I went back home to Youngstown, my stepbrother, his band was playing at this venue in Youngstown that my band actually used to play at. It was cool. Actually, went down to the one stage, and the owner had one of our band T-shirts still hanging up on the wall from when we played there a few years ago. But so I'm just walking back from the bar, and some guy I've never seen before he's like, hey man, he's like, this is kind of a weird question. Is your name Chet? I was like, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, dude. He's like, I love the stream. I watch it all the time. And so I actually got recognized from streaming in my hometown.
That's really
of all
fun.
places.
There you go.
But yeah, that was shouts out. I forget what your real name is, and I forget your full username. It's something Polish though.
Shout out to you.
I'll see you. I'll remember it. But
Something last name probably Ski or Wiki or something.
yeah. It was pretty, or no, the name was actually Polish something in chat.
I know, that's why I said his last name's probably actually that.
But so that was cool. But that was in my hometown. But then also there running into like 7 or 8 people I went to high school with.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was actually kind of fun because they're like, hey, what's up, man? What do you do? How's Colorado? It's like, oh, that's great. Just, managing a dispensary, big deal. And they're like, whoa, that's cool. And then I even got to go into the liquor store.
Dream, man.
Yeah, I know.
Move to Denver and sell weed.
I went to the liquor store that I used to work at. I actually got fired from it like 3 weeks before I moved to Denver because I was like 10 minutes late to a 9 a.m. shift.
I remember.
Yeah, and no, that was a different. Yeah, that was after that. That's how I got. That was my first strike. Buffalo was my strike, and then this one was the last straw. But the guy who was like I worked with was there, and he recognized me instantly, and he was like, "Hey man, how's it going?" I was like, "Oh great, no." And it was like around the holidays, they'd always have like a police officer in the store because of just how busy it was. He's like, yeah, how's Colorado going? He's like, oh, great. It's great. I'm out there managing a dispensary. And just they're like, whoa, cool. Like the cop like looked over at me and everything. And I was just like, see you guys. And I just like left real cool. Let them know that I was doing better than when they fired me. Piece of shit. 10 minutes late at 9 a.m. shift. Come on. Didn't even have a delivery that day.
It's not about you. It's about the lottery people, lottery customers.
Yeah. You made lottery customers wait 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's...
their drawing is in 2.5 hours. They need their tickets now.
They
if
all
they don't
called
get a
in.
ticket, there's a chance they could have won, and they didn't, and you owe them $10 billion now.
There's a number that I should play on the lottery all the time, and I don't. And then one year on my birthday, it hit.
1 million.
No, it's just daily 3, so it would have been like 5K probably.
Oh, so your number is 1 million. That's my. I'm gonna go into the gas station. Can I play my number 1 million?
Yeah. Can I get 100000000? Bonus number.
Can I get
4?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Alex,
no one ever does
people
that.
Let me get 1, 3, 4, 5. Let me get that in a box. Let me get that squared. Let me get that diagonal. Let me get that in a blackout. I'm just doing bingo scores.
I was making fun of some lottery guys earlier this week, and my favorite ones when you go into the gas station and they'd be like, can I get like 5 of the $5 ones, but can you pull them from the middle? No, I don't want those like N5. Yeah. Just like asking for like specific ones. Like they still like unroll out.
That's
and, like,
so
like it
annoying.
matters.
Yeah,
like
I know, right?
It's like the people who I get at dispensaries are like, hey, give me that butt in there at the bottom of the jar. You see that one? I like that. It's like,
I was saving that for myself, but
That's
all right.
so annoying. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
Let me dig my hand in.
The only way you should be allowed to do that is when you're like getting stuff from the deli and they're sitting there like, which one do you want?
Yeah.
Not when you're like, I'm pulling this out of this jar, fuck you, or buy all of it.
Yeah. But it's like, and it's like the lottery scratch offs, it's like, all right, they're all losers. Like, what are you worried about?
There's a certain amount of winners in each like stack of them of 1,000 or whatever, but it doesn't. They could be anywhere. It's randomized.
It doesn't. You're going to lose whatever money.
They don't put more in the middle.
No, we would just lie to people basically and be like, I don't even know if it was a lie, but even I was told by my boss, I'm like, no, you just had to pull it off in order.
Yeah.
I do want to kind of see that movie about that old guy who like figured out that loophole in the lottery, and him and his wife won like all this money for their town. Did you see about that one? It has like Bryan Cranston in it. It's a true story.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's like some retired math teacher discovered that if there's this one lottery game up in Michigan, and he figured out the math to where he would win like 51% of the time. And so him and his wife would just buy like thousands and thousands of dollars of tickets. And then basically they got the whole town in on it. And so like all that whole town was like helping them out, like fill out all these lottery tickets. And
I do remember hearing about that. It's so
it's really, it looks like it's a really interesting story. I kind of want to watch the movie. Because I love that shit. Because then apparently like some like MIT kids or some Harvard kid math nerds then also figured it out, and then they became rivals, like trying to take advantage of this lottery game that they didn't realize wasn't perfect or whatever.
My favorite story was how the McDonald's monopoly was rigged, and
that
was one guy.
I like that. I like
give
that
them
documentary.
Like giving
they had people doing like
tips.
stealth missions in the.
It was so deep.
The place
Such
where they print
actual
them.
mob shit. Did you guys ever hear about the Pepsi numbers fever in the Philippines in the 90s, I think it was? Where it was one of those things where they accidentally had too many winners, so a bunch of people thought they won like $1 million or something, like 90,000 or something, and there were riots and people died and shit.
Oh shit.
And Pepsi had a big stigma there for a while, but every time I see a Pepsi ad in the Philippines, I'm like, damn, how are they advertising here still?
The best the best soda promotion of all time, every 10 minutes.
Yeah,
the Xbox 360 one. That one delivered. I knew like 3 people who got those fucking Xboxes because of that. Yeah. I remember being in marching band and going to like when we were at like the high school football games. Me and my friends would be digging through the trash cans, like trying to get those fucking caps.
Dude, I would do that with only when I was really desperate, unemployed, like 09ish. Taco Bell receipts, doing the survey.
Yeah.
Oh no shit! What did they? Oh,
I had a friend win $1,000 before on that. Yeah,
I had someone I knew won an Xbox on like a Taco Bell thing.
Oh, that's gotta start doing this.
Well, we would just go through and then sit in our car and eat it, and then do our surveys. You know, you get through while you're eating your food, just do your survey. All good.
That was always my like thought. Was like, damn, I need to like do that. And then the next time I get Taco Bell, just crumple up the receipt.
Yeah, it's like I'm not doing fucking.
The problem is you use it to wipe your mouth.
The corners of your mouth.
Yeah.
Well, all sides of my lips and my mouth because I just have food everywhere.
Then you drop it on the floor. You wait. Oh wait, I need to do my survey, and you bend over, and your dog eats it immediately.
When I did the McRib video, I looked in the bag and there were no napkins in the bag, and my heart dropped. And then I looked in my car and I had napkins in my car, so I was like, thank God, because I'm getting the fucking messiest sandwich in the world. And you're like, well, I was just like, I was gonna go home and like do it at home if I didn't have, because I'm not using receipt paper.
Outlaw brain. Can I buy something else? Get another receipt? There's no napkins in my bag.
Can you just press the button? Give me some more receipt paper.
Yeah, keep on pulling it.
There's no napkin, so he drives to CVS and buys a soda. Oh, they're really long. Okay, this is great for me. Wow.
Can I just get this Amazon card, put $1 on it?
$1 gift card.
I just need the receipt.
That's a good bit, to give someone $1 gift card.
Bro, I got a fucking gift card once, like a birthday present from my aunt, who clearly found a bunch of gift cards in her wallet, and she was also hanging out with my mom on my birthday by coincidence. That shit was for a sporting goods store like 35 miles away. And then I got there to like use it, or I think I just checked online for the price. I think it was like 2007, or you're able to do that by then. That shit had like $13 on it. I was like, thank you so much.
Wow.
Yeah, to get under 25, I think you would have to spend some of it.
My old manager at the furniture store I worked at, I mean, he was so poor, and I was amazed that he would even give me and my coworkers in my area like a gift. But one year he got me a $5 Cracker Barrel gift card that I still have.
Like, if you give a $5 gift card, it should be like McDonald's or something.
God, you shouldn't be able to sell $5 worth of plastic to anybody.
It's so stupid.
I remember working at Target, and I was working the front end, and there was a guy that came in and like he stole gift cards, and a cashier ran over to me and was like, oh, like he's stealing gift cards, should we stop him? I was like, they're empty, like it's just stealing plastic. Like, I don't think he realizes there's no money on them until you put money on them.
Little kids do that with the V-Bucks cards and shit too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Why doesn't it work? Big stack of them.
But then I also thought of a funny bit, like someone that you didn't like, you would just take a gift card and then give it to them for Christmas, but put nothing on it and be like, damn, I put money on. I don't understand what happened.
Putting those in the Secret Santa.
Oh God, that'd be funny.
Just empty gift cards for everybody.
Showing up to Starbucks, there's no money on this, huh?
Guys, this is balance of zero on this. I'm sorry.
Bad. Make him happy because he's rated $100. I'll do $300.
$300 to Starbucks.
No, I'm sorry, it's zero.
Yeah, this is empty. This card hasn't been activated, sir. What?
I'm trying to think. I have somewhere at least. I have gift cards to places that don't exist anymore. I'm pretty sure that'd be funny to give to people too. Here you go. Thank you so much.
Give us a Circus City gift card.
Yeah. That is a great bit for like a place 30 miles away from your house. Finding places.
Thank you so much.
2 towns over. Like,
Can you drive me over there? No.
I thought about you when I was over there.
Oh wait, if you're rich though, that would be a good bit.
Yeah.
Do a place that like, okay, say like for me in Detroit, I would go to like fucking like Bowling Green, Ohio, and find somewhere that's only there, and then get them like $500 to that place, so they have to go. But it's like sort of too out of the way. They don't want to, and there's also no other reason to go that way.
It's just gonna expire.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to lose my $500, but all I can buy there is furniture. I don't know what to do. Let's shop online. You go, they just have no online store. They're like, no.
Yeah. Getting like $100 to like the Lazy Boy store. Like, oh, Greg, dude, like 10% of something.
You can't buy anything. You get the bit.
That would be so.
$10 to REI.
Doing that at the Secret Santa, giving someone $100 gift card to the furniture store.
Hey, I know how much you love sitting down, so I got you $50 to the Lazy Boy store.
You're like $100 to.
Oh shit! Oh wait.
Oh,
what?
Everything there is at least 1,000.
Yeah. Just seeing their face drop as they realize it.
Pranked.
They can get like one pillow.
We should call Lazy Boy now and see if you can get a $50 gift card to it. It'd be so funny.
We'll give it away on stream.
You wouldn't even have to activate them. You could just steal them and write $50 on them.
Because no one's going to use those.
Yeah, they're not going to use them. No one's going to go there and be like, well, I guess I need a mattress.
It's like, I'm buying a new lounger. It's going to be $450. Well, I have this $50 gift card. Well, it'll be $400.
Do you know what that would be some other funny gifts for people? Giving them like a big brick of Chris Lovell movie money.
Using
Or,
Sharpie to cross out the for movie use only thing.
Buying your really apolitical relatives I voted sticker rolls. Like just put those on election day and never have to be asked questions. That's a thoughtful gift.
That is nice. I wanted to go in and just be like, can I just have a sticker? Just ask him.
It's like how you can defeat the fair by buying a roll of tickets for yourself.
Oh man.
And then bringing them. Then you don't have
That's
to win
true.
stuff at skee
Bro,
ball.
I had friends. When our church had their week-long festival, and every day would be different colored 50-50 tickets. And I had friends going to the dollar store to see if they had the same colored tickets. I'm like, you guys are scumbags. The church.
Yeah, come on,
That's
man.
God's money,
Who
dude.
gives a shit?
So fucking
Like
funny.
why don't you just buy something at the store that you want
Little shits.
instead of tickets?
Well, I can double my money. I'm going to hit the lottery.
That's the most scummy thing. You only have like $2. So like, I'm gonna buy this candy and buy this roll of tickets and hope the numbers are the fucking same.
The numbers and the color is the same.
Here are the numbers and the color. Like, are you sure you bought this here? I think so. I have
Sure
a bunch
did.
of tickets in my wallet.
Also very funny because you would have to be like the first person to like cash it in because then someone else would be like, oh, I
Yeah,
won.
everybody has it. It's the dumbest plan, man. Like,
Such a pea brain idea. I'm gonna that's a
I think I
heist.
was the kid that took three tries to get into the army. Makes so much sense now. Oh, listeners, thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks,
It's been a
We
great
everyone.
love you.
God
Great
bless
day.
you.
Hope you have a beautiful day.
Oh shit! Forgot to press record. Just kidding.
Sign up for the Patreon.
And give us some more money for it. Bye
Please,
bye.
bless you.
Bye.
Bye.